Evening, everybody. We'll see how long tonight goes. I'm tired. What's up, Jared? How's Jared doing? I haven't seen or heard from Jared in a long time. There's a lot of ice cream drinks. Who likes ice cream drinks? We gotta have ice cream drink day one of these days, because there's a shit ton of them on here. I don't know if Britt likes that. Britt and Swiper. They'll be back here next week one day. I think next Friday, maybe. I think Friday. I guess I got Papaw duty tomorrow, which is okay. I'm not going to complain. It's Benny! I'll believe it when you're here, Ben. Ben, how far away do you actually live? How many minutes away? 10? I mean, the mountain is a long road. Like, when I leave my house in the morning, I think it takes me... From the time I leave my house till I get to the light there at Danielsville, I think it takes about 8 or 9 minutes. And then it takes that much time from there to go all the way down to Whitehall to the shop. Just because it's such a long ride over the mountain. It's really shitty when it's snowy. Alright. Anyway. Hi, Ben. Hello, Leah. Well, no, it's just... Well, I shouldn't say that. I guess that's not true. I look at my watch or my clock or whatever, and if it's like it'll be like 7:38. I'll be like, oh, good. I'll get to work by 7:38. It'll be like 5:38. I'll be like, oh, I'll get to pull in the thing at like 5:50. But maybe it doesn't take 8 minutes. Maybe it takes 8 minutes because I don't actually leave at 30. You know, plus I go down my driveway like 10, 5. This is what I do. I literally start my car, I put it in neutral, and that's it. I roll from parked in front of my house till I cross the bridge. I don't even put it in gear till I go to pull onto the highway. That's how I literally leave every single day. Oh, shit. Oh, I do need coconut oil. I was going to say, I thought I had something over there. Unless I have to take the garbage down. Because sometimes I take the garbage can down, I just hold my hand out the window and drag it. Or with the door open. No, it's probably less. Well, I don't know where you live. I mean, I know that it probably takes 7 or 8 minutes to get to that light at Danielsville from my garage door. Probably. Oh, fuck, I didn't get ice. Meemaw's at the... Meemaw's down at the 110 Tavern. So if anybody needs something to do and they want to tip Meemaw, she said it's slow. So go down there and throw some cabbage at Meemaw. The third road to the right. How the fuck am I supposed to... That's probably the road I broke down on one day. I didn't break down, but it's about a half a mile. I got a flat tire on my car. And, it's stupid. The wheels that are on my car, I didn't put them on there. They were on there when I bought it. I would definitely not have them. The lug hole is so tight. You can only put the you can only get on there with a socket. Like, you can't even put a T-lug wrench on there. It won't fit. There's not enough room around it. So I got a flat tire, and I called Mima, and she came and picked me up. Took me to work, and then I ended up just changing the tire after work with the impact. Pain in the ass. That was like 2 years ago. I think I blew like 3 tires in 6 months hitting potholes. What's up, Travis? Travis, when's the next race? Oh, what's up, Hubie? I'm just glad it's not tequila day. That makes me happy. Yesterday I did 4 tequila drinks. And one of them was, well, it wasn't actually that bad. People think it sounds horrible, but it wasn't as bad as it sounded. It was tequila juice. No, it was tequila, tuna fish juice, and hot sauce. It doesn't sound glamorous. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't, you know. I've drank way worse drinks here. We've made way worse drinks than that. Like, way worse. All right. This is called Dirty Little Virgin. It's rum, peach schnapps, coconut rum, Sprite, orange juice, and cherry. Cheers. That's weird. Might be too much Sprite in it. It's good. It's I was gonna say fruity, but it's not. That's weird. Coconut does weird things to some flavors, like peach. Like peach schnapps is, if there's a drink with peach schnapps in it, peach schnapps is usually ungodly overpowering, and it wasn't in that. Which I can only imagine has something to do with the coconut rum. Just because I remember that before, we did coconut rum with something, and the coconut, like, really, I don't know. Well, I had a list. So I tell people all the time, I use this, one of the places I find drinks is, it's called, cocktailbuilder.com. What's up, John? So you go on cocktailbuilder.com. Oh, there's another John. Hello, John and John. You go on cocktailbuilder.com, and you it has a list there of whatever. It has like all kinds of alcohols, and you just go down the list and you check. I have it. I don't have it. Just like that, all the way down the paper, down the list, and then when you get to the bottom, it'll just be like, you can make this drink. You can make these drinks or whatever it is. So I don't even read what they are. I just go right down the list and I check every single box, top to bottom. And if I don't have it, I'll find it. But I just check. And then at the bottom, you can add stuff. So, like, you know, there's a lot of things, like, they don't have, I shouldn't say that. They may have some flavored rums. It's just, there's all kinds of shit that's not on the list. So Annette Lacko brought boxes, three boxes of liquor over here. And she said, she was like, I don't drink it anymore. And she goes, it just was at the house. Her husband passed away, and she goes, you know, I figured you could use it. I'm like, all right. So one of the things that she had was wild berry schnapps, which I couldn't find forever. I had a drink that called for it. I couldn't find it forever. I finally made the drink without it because I couldn't find it. We just substituted. You can go online and be like, what can I substitute for this? And it'll give you some options. Then I found it, and we redid that drink with it, exactly how it said. And then, anyway, I have it here. But she had a bottle, and it was almost, actually, it might have been full. I might have opened it. But I was like, well, now I got, 3 bottles of it because I had an extra one. And so I just punched it in. I just punched Wild Berry Schnapps drinks, and it took me right to cocktailbuilder.com, which was awesome because then it just had a list of like 20 of them. But now the problem is they're all in order on my phone. So I don't want to do Wild Berry Schnapps drinks all night every day for a week and a half till we get there. I know, Callie. It sucks. I'm exhausted. I think the heat's getting to me. Last year wasn't bad. I remember telling Mimo last year, I was like, man, the heat's really not bothering me, but it must have not been hot last year. I mean, it's not bothering me in the sense that I'm not miserable all day long, but when I get home, I am tired. It's draining. All right, this is called Fruit Lush. Fruit Lush cocktail. Anyway, I think next Friday, Britt and Swiper are going to be here. I don't know if anybody else will, but I think they're going to be here. What the fuck was that? I swear I just saw something flash past. The weird thing about yawning is it is truly contagious. If you see somebody yawn, you will yawn. I just read the word yawn, and now I'm yawning again. It's that weird. And then somebody will see that, somebody watching me live, and then they'll yawn, and then they'll say, oh, thanks, now I yawn, and then I read it again, and then I yawn again. And it just keeps going forever. But it is what it is. Now I have to find the wild berry. I know it's here. Ooh, this is a big one. I should have cut it in half. All right, wild berry, pineapple. Put this away. I guess I gotta find some more watermelon drinks since I have. I don't know what that drink was. That drink I made the other day, I had to buy water. I should have just got a watermelon and blended it up. Meemaw gives them to the chickens all the time, and I should have just grabbed some watermelon, because you can just take watermelon and just blend it, and then that's your watermelon juice. But I bought a thing of Simply Watermelon, so now I have a 2-quart jug of watermelon juice. I use like an ounce of it. It is cause I worked today. I was busy all day, so I'm sleepy. See, I read that, baby, y'all. 85 biscuits. Jesus. Can you make biscuits like for the next day? Or are they like dinner biscuits? Like chicken and biscuits or something. Hello, Diane. Just, I don't know who asked me. It wasn't Diane, but just reminded me because Diane buys eggs from us sometimes. We have eggs. If somebody asked me about eggs, we definitely have eggs. So, vodka and watermelon juice. See, I don't like vodka. I'm not a fan of vodka. I mean, it is what it is, whatever. Oddly enough, I don't like alcohol. I don't like drinks that taste like alcohol. Sorry. Biscuits and gravy. I never even thought of that. I never even thought of making biscuits the day before. Never even considered it. It'll probably save a lot of aggravation in the morning. Alright, this is called Fruit Lush cocktail. Peach schnapps, banana liqueur, rum, wild berry schnapps, pineapple juice, Sprite. You can use 99 bananas if you want to, but it tastes like shit compared to banana liqueur. the hell do I taste there? That's good. Maybe the wild berry's old. No, it's not that old. It could be. Who the fuck knows? I'd say it could be. Would say, well, it's not that old, but that bottle I bought the other day, I bought a bottle for anybody who wasn't here. I don't even know what it was called. I threw it away. What the hell was it called? I don't remember. It was some kind of citrus liqueur. It had like B12. It was like an energy drink, except for it was citrus flavored liqueur, but it had taurine, guarine, all the stuff that's in energy drinks. All that was in there too. I saw it at the store. I was like, oh yeah, and I opened it and I smelled it, and it smelled like paint thinner, and it tasted about the same. And then I Googled it after the live was over, and it was discontinued in 2013. So that means that bottle was at least 11 years old. And, I mean, they had it clean. It wasn't dusty on the shelf or anything. It looked nice. I dumped it all out. And I counted after that, so that didn't even count as the 330. Which is just ridiculous. What I need to do is number these shelves so that I can just, when I go back to make sure that I didn't miss anything, I'll at least, know what's what. It's ridiculous. This place is ridiculous. I said, when I posted that, Ritter said I wanted how many empties, and I just was like, who the fuck knows? But I do know. It was terrible, Kelly. It was bad. It was rancid for real. I just think back to when it was guests all the time. Like, if we had 3 guests, so now I'm making drinks for 4 people instead of for myself. I mean, there was some nights that we emptied 4 or 5 bottles a night, and sometimes that was 3 days a week. It was insane. Now I can't get anyone to visit ever. Strange how life works. All right, I'm gonna make one more, and then I'm leaving. I remember at a golf tournament, the Graveyard Open, they put a bottle of some whiskey that was about 20 or 30 years old, a horrible one also. Yeah, but that stuff doesn't spoil. That's the thing. Whiskey doesn't go bad. Liqueurs go bad. Liqueurs are like sweet wines. If you open a bottle of sweet wine and you don't drink it, and you go back there. Well, it depends. Homemade's like my buddy Timmer makes it without sulfites. If you use sulfites, it lasts longer. If there's no sulfites, it spoils fast. Like Brophy's mint wine. I mean, you open that in like, I don't know when that was at the time. Like 3 weeks later, it's bad. It's not bad, but it's not good. Like it doesn't turn to vinegar yet, but it's not the same. You want to talk about golf? Here's a golf story for you, John. It wasn't a tournament. We made a tournament ourselves. So me and my buddy Bob, the shirt guy, his brother-in-law Mark, and I think, I can't remember who the fourth. It might be Jason Rex. I can't remember who the fourth guy was. But Mark, we were playing in a scramble tournament like in a week or two, or like from after that, and Mark had I think he played golf one time. He either played golf no times or he played golf one time. But he's I'm not really sure what his, I guess he's a salesman. I'm not exactly sure what his job title is or was at that time. But one of the sales reps or whatever gave him a set of golf clubs. And so we were going to be playing in this tournament, and Bob's like, oh, he either he never ever played or he played like one time or something. So we decided to go play. We played at this course called Twin Lakes. I think it's called Iron Lakes now, maybe. I don't know. We go there. So Red at that time, it was me and Bob. We drank Red Death. I drank Red Death. That's it. Nothing else. So I had a gallon cooler. I had a gallon cooler full of Red Death, and I made another gallon of Red Death in a plastic milk jug. That was in another cooler in the car. So we go to the course. There's a big sign there. No coolers allowed on the course. So I said to the whoever, the pro or whoever's working thing, hey, can I take my water cooler? And they're like, what's in it? I'm like, water? And they're like, all right, if it's just water. I'm like, yeah. So we took it out on the course. So we played teams. Bob's like, we got to play teams. We're going to play, I guess we played best ball or something. So he said, he goes, you're the best golfer. You have to take Mark. So it was me and Mark against, I'm pretty sure it was Rexy, but I'm not, I think it was Jason and Rex. But so it was me and Mark against Jason and Bob, or whoever and Bob. I think it was Jason, but. So we played best ball. So the way that works is everybody just plays regular golf. So if I get a 4, Mark gets a 7, Bob gets a 5, and Jason gets a 6, we got a 4, they got a 5, because it's the best score of each person. So then we made a rule that we did total strokes on each hole. So like on the first hole, if we had a 4 and a 7 and they had a 5 and a 5, they beat us by 1 stroke. So we had to do a shot of this Red Death that we had in this cooler. Same thing. If we beat them, like if we had a 3 and a 4 and they had a 6 and an 8, well then they had to do 6 shots, whatever it was. Something like that. Well, when we came around at 9, the cooler was empty. So we went to the truck and we dumped the other gallon that was in the cooler of ice in the trunk into that cooler. So now we're on our second gallon of Red Death on the back 9. And anybody who's ever played at Twin Lakes knows at the end of the thing there's like it's not a true island, but you got to hit over a pond. It's a par 3 over one of the Twin Lakes. It's a pond. It's not even a pond. It's the size of my fucking house. No, there's a little bit of that. It's a pond. And the green is on the other side of it. And the cart path goes right, it just drops right off. And I almost drove into the pond. I was that effed up. And we ended up tying. I don't even know what the odds of that are, but we ended up tying. So, no losers on that day. I didn't start this yet. But yeah, that's my good golf story. I swear to God, I almost drove that cart into, right? I mean, I was shit-faced. I was bad. Yeah, well, that's probably about it. We used to go to Joey B's before it was a restaurant. It used to be just a bar. And we would go in there and we would order a pitcher of Red Death. And Chip would make us a pitcher of Red Death. And then he'd give us 2 glasses. And they were like maybe, I don't know, they were those small like beer glasses, like maybe 6-ounce glasses or something. And we'd pour it. And then we would just drink that, and then we could probably get we'd each get a full one and maybe like a half or a little less than a half of the second one. And that's all we drank. And one night we went there, I can't remember, we went there and I was buying all night. I mean, maybe Bob bought, I don't know, but I feel like, I don't know. I was buying, and then somebody came in there. Who the hell was it? Dave Cromer came in there, and he told Chip, he's like, get him, he's like, get them whatever they're... He came to pick a 6-pack up or something. He's like, get them whatever they're drinking. I'm like, no. I said, we're drinking pitchers of Red Death. He's like, I don't fucking care. So he bought a pitcher of Red Death. They were $10 a pitcher at the time. And I spent $150. So I bought 15 pitchers that night. And Dave bought us 1. And I don't know if Bob bought any or not. But one way or the other, we drank 16 pitchers of Red Death that night. Which... I don't even know what to say. I don't even like it anymore. The orange juice is too much for me now. Sarah Weeder loves it. Whenever we have Christmas dinner or picnics or parties or whatever, if Jared and Sarah are here and Sarah's going to come down and have a drink, Sarah's going to have a Red Death. And she never wants to drink. She said, Jared, she's like, I'm not drinking. And I'm like, oh, come on, Sarah, just have one. And we give her Red Death and she gets all giggly and funny, and then she's a life of the party. Not that she's not when she isn't. No, I didn't. I didn't used to get hungover back then. Now I get hungover a little bit, but not then. I really wasn't too bad. I probably, I don't know. I did his bachelor party when Bob got married his first time. I left his bachelor party. I literally left his bachelor party and walked home, and because I was gonna have a ride, and I was so drunk, I was like, I can't. I gotta go. So I just walked home. I threw up that night. That was a rough one. I'm not gonna lie, but that was, Jesus Christ, how many years ago was that? Whoo, that had to be. That's 30 over 30 years ago. You know what I just thought? What's up, B guy? I just thought about this today. I wrote a receipt. I wrote a bill out on the job, and I wrote the date on the receipt. 25 July 24. 35 years ago today was the day that I left for boot camp. I can't even believe that. I can't believe it's been 35 years. I can't even. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I just wrote a positive vibes today. Sometimes it just come to me. Like I'll be listening to something and I'll hear something and I'm like, that's perfect. And I wrote it out and I can't remember what it was. But it's good. It's about that. It's about, you think about, you go through life and you have hardships or bad things or, whatever. Something happens to you and like everybody think back to when their first boyfriend or girlfriend broke up with them and you thought your world was coming to an end. And now you're like, what was it? What was their name? Like that. Like the things that, I can't remember. Fuck. What was that saying? God damn it. It's probably up there in a couple weeks. I can't remember what it was. But that's it. Like, the things that you stress about and you worry about, when you pan back, just back up a little bit and think about, does it matter in 5 months, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? These things that you worry about, that stress you out and literally ruin your life. You're ruining your own life by stressing out about nonsense that at the end of the day just mean nothing. It's weird. But one of the I don't want to say brilliant, but deep. It's probably not the right word either. Rogan says this all the time. The toughest thing that's happened to you is the toughest thing that ever happened to you. And that's right, but is it, Ken? That's the thing. You know what I mean? Is it really? I mean, think about it for real. First of all, money's not even fucking real. I don't even know why. Like, it's a good point. Why are they even charging taxes? Why are they even taking it? They just make money they just make it up. Hey, let's just make some more money up. Which is ridiculous. It's not a good system. I'm not saying that, but, what do you really need? That's the question. I think we make more about this. Yeah. I mean, listen, there's a peace of mind to it. If you never, and how much money is whatever. I can't remember who said it. I heard it on Rogan's show. He might have said it. I don't know who said it. But they said as soon as you have enough money to where when you go out to eat, you order whatever you want off the menu and you don't look at the price, what else do you need? Listen, everybody wants more, okay? Everybody wants more. Everybody wants more than they have. But what is it that you need? And that's, I told the lady today, I did a job today, and the lady was so super nice. It was great, because I actually don't like working for homeowners, because I explained it 1,000 times this way. I said, here's the deal. I said, you probably have 10% of homeowners when you go to work for a homeowner that they're phenomenal. They leave you alone. Other than sometimes they're like bending over backwards, like, you need a drink, you need something to eat, just very, very phenomenal people. They give you a tip. They're, what I mean. There's 10% of the people that are just awesome. There's probably 88% of the people that are whatever. You get there, they let you in, you do your job, they write you a check, you go home. That's probably 88% of the people. There's 2% of the people that make me never want to fucking go to work anymore. And that's why I don't like working for homeowners, because of the 2%ers. But no, this lady was phenomenal. She was super friendly, super nice. Somehow or the other, we got talking about Team Spoon Man. She's not on Facebook, but she did say her daughter's on Facebook, so she said she was going to have her daughter try to look us up. So if she's watching, here's the drink of the day, as I was telling you. She gave me a tip, and I told her, I said, when I get home, I'm throwing this tip in the Spoon Man bucket. I said, I don't even want it. I was paying a guy $20 at work for his sister's basketball fund. 5 seconds later, a guy asked me to help him on the dock for 30 minutes. I made $20 back in 30 minutes. Yeah. Listen. Bob is the one. Hello, Michelle. The shirt guy Bob is the one that told me. It was one of the first times that I realized, like, whatever. I ordered shirts, and I was going through the box, and it was like, there was like all kinds of shit in there I didn't order. And I'm like, Bob, there's stuff in here I didn't order. And he's like, yeah, I had those shirts laying around. And I'm like, well, you can't just, like, give away more. Like, what are you doing? And he said, my dad always told me, the more you give away, the more you get back. And I didn't, like, I'll never forget he said it to me, but that was it. He said it to me. I never gave it another thought other than that. And then I realized, like, as we're going through this stuff, it just happens. The more you give away, the more you get back. I don't know what there's a lot of people that'll say it's biblical, it's in the Bible, God will always take care of you, that sort of thing. I'm not saying I'm a religious person. I'm just saying that's how the Bible's written. Personally, I think the Bible, whether it was really written by God or whether it's just a guideline to life, like a life for, what were those books called with the yellow and black? Idiots, something for idiots, maybe. I don't know. Life for idiots. I don't know what you would call it, but I mean, I cannot explain a lot of the things. Hello, Natasha. I can't explain a lot of the things that happen to me, or for us, this group. And I said it. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I won the lottery. I'm not saying shit gets handed. That's right. Life for dummies. Yeah. I'm not saying shit gets handed to me. I just am saying, like a side job will come up. I'll get a call for a side job that I had no expectations of whatsoever. And I'll be like, well, let me, okay, well, I'm kind of busy right now. Let me work on a price. Oh, that's okay. I saw the job you did for so-and-so, and I don't, like, it's your job, so take your time, whatever. Like, that kind of stuff. And, it's, I mean, I guess it's, to some degree, it's unexplainable. Maybe inexplicable. I don't know what the proper term is. But I've found that the more shit I give away, the more shit falls in my lap. So we'll just keep. Listen. That's not like. It's not like I say, I gotta give more stuff away so more good stuff happens to me. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. There's a strange perspective, not perception, I guess it's perspective, that you take on life at some point when you they would call it a midlife crisis maybe, but at some point of everyone's life, you're going to realize that you're more than halfway home. And when you sit there and think to yourself, okay, well, I got less in front of me than I got behind me. And you could sulk, you could feel bad about it, you could feel sad about it, you could, that's when they say these midlife crisis people do crazy fucking shit, and I don't necessarily agree with that, but what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to be known for, or known as, when you're not here anymore? I mean, most people, like me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be known in a bad light, but yeah, it's just something to think about. All right, Jetstream. I just wrote this drink down 3 minutes before I went live. For all I know, this is drink number 3,600 because I haven't really been keeping track. And we're only, 7 weeks away from Swoonapalooza. You wouldn't think we'd have done 100 by now, but 7 times 7 is 49, so I did 2 a day. It's goddamn close. This is all I know. This is all the papers I ever filled out that aren't in the spreadsheet yet. And that could take me a week and a half to type all that in. Alright, last drink of the day is Jetstream. It's Blue Carousel, Apple Schnapps, Wild Berry Schnapps, and Sprite. I will tell you the truth. And of course I worry because of Theodore and Abraham, but I'm going to live life however long it's going to take me. Yeah. Well, Kelly, that's, yeah. There's nothing else you can do. Listen, you can do all... We'll have our 3rd rook starting next week. What the hell does that mean? Oh, that means there's 2 other rooks that work there, I guess. Kelly, I started doing that a long time ago. A couple years ago. And I just said, I'm like, it is what it is. I'm gonna give it hell while I'm here. When I'm not here, whatever. It is what it is. I can't control that. I can only control what's around me at this very moment. So it'd be nice to get rid of some of these shirts out of the basement though before I go. A lot of shit down here. I did send out a package yesterday. We got a couple. I think we might have to do a couple veterans. I think we got a couple. I gotta look. Anyway, yeah, Jared's gonna be working with Ken next week. That should be fun. Maybe some stories. I'm gonna have Jared videotape Ken kicking Cohen's around at work. Alright, this is called Jetstream. It's Blue Carousel, Apple Schnapps, Wild Berry Schnapps, and Sprite. That's good. That's a pretty good drink. It did say Blue Carousel, Apple Schnapps, or Wild Berry Schnapps. I was like, I think we should just do both of them. How could they give you the choice of Apple Schnapps or Wild Berry Schnapps? The 2 taste nothing alike. Oh, you guys test people there? No shit. Yeah, Jared actually got his at Banco. Alright. That's all I got. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. I don't know who this is. There's somebody been... I don't know who that is. Alright. Tomorrow, tomorrow's going to be late because I have Jensen tomorrow, and I think Mimo works. So, I can't, this is a problem. I can't go live with Jensen if Mimo's not here to take him and put him to bed. Because 7:30 is his bedtime. So unless I went live and then ended the live and we could do like one drink, that would be it. And then have to put him to bed. I mean, I guess I could do that and come back, but I don't know. We'll probably be out riding around on that four-wheeler. Because that's his favorite thing in the world. Mowing grass and four-wheeling for some reason. He just likes driving on equipment. I can probably get him to help me fill the feeder this weekend. He does like to walk over through the woods and fill the feeder up. This is a great song. Let Your Boys Be Country. This one gives me goosebumps. Alright. That's my job with Jensen. I'm trying to make him country. That's all I got. Good night, everybody. Peace.